Okay, so here we see an example of a short piece. Goes to the top, it is B5 detects it's short, and it's brought back down to the bottom. And now we will see an accepted piece will be put on. Part of you will detect the piece. Once the piece is detected, it'll be lifted. 1B1 detects it's made to the top, B5 shows that it's tall, and it's pushed down to the slide.
So, hi, my name is Thomas Reyes. This is my partner.
Hey, I'm Will.
And we'll be presenting the sequential flow chart for the testing station.
Alright, so first of all, we have to press a button to start. Once we get to step 1, actuator 1 and 1 is reset. And actuator 1 and 2 is set so that the elevator can come down. Actuator 2 and 1 is then reset so the pusher can retract. Which will bring us to this in-between step here. In order for parts to be detected as available, these two conditions have to be met. 2B1 has to be sensed that the pusher is retracted. 1B2 has to sense that the elevator is set to the bottom position, which will bring us to step 2. Step 2, it's the opposite of step 1. 1 and 1 is set, 1 and 2 is reset, which will allow the elevator to move up. Once the elevator moves up, 1B1 will detect that it has arrived at the top position, which brings us to another part of step 2, which is when it reaches the top, there's a time delay of 2 seconds where the part is measured.
So, this takes us to the detecting stage, where B5 will detect whether the piece is short or tall. If the piece is short, 1 and 1 is reset and 1 and 2 is set. This will bring the lift down to the bottom position. Once it reaches the bottom position, 1B2 will detect this and send a signal. So then in step 4, 2M1 will be set. This is the pusher. This will extend the pusher. Once the pusher is extended, a time delay of 2 seconds starts. At the end of the time delay, the pusher will retract, and then it'll go back up to the beginning of the whole process. So for when a piece is tall, in other words, when a piece is accepted, B5 will detect this, and we can move on to step 3 as well. This will then set the pusher, which is the actuator 2M1. This will extend the pusher. At the same time, the air slide that the piece will be pushed onto will activate from actuator 3M1, and a time delay of 2 seconds will begin. This is for once the end of the time delay is reached, the elevator will then come down and the pusher will then retract, which brings us to the starting step as well. So that is the complete process of our system. Any questions?
I have a question. What if the elevator works, but the pusher doesn't work?
So if the elevator works and the pusher isn't extending, this could be attributed to a few problems. So the first one could be that B5 isn't detecting that there's a whether or not the piece is short and or tall, or when the elevator lifts and it gets to the top, 1B1 isn't detecting that it's reached its point, in which case it won't allow the system to move to the next step, which would be the pusher extending. Or if it were to happen at the end of the system, that could be because of 1B2. When it's lowered, 1B2 does not detect that it's reached the bottom, and the pusher will also not extend.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Another question is, what if the soft and tall pieces are rejected?
Oh, if both the pits are
Yes.
are rejected?
If we go through our diagram here, you can see that the sensor B5 detects whether it's short and tall, at which point we have to have a look at sensor B5, take a look at the parameters and see what's wrong with it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you for listening. You're welcome.